Demon Kyo here. So we're going to be doing episode 13 of the Bingo Book series, and today we will be covering the Sage of Six Paths, Kankuro, aka Sage of Six Paths Kankuro, aka Rakudo Kankuro, aka Cancer Kankuro, aka most OP unit in the game Kankuro. But today we'll be looking at him as a defender. He's also still quite strong as a defender, but we're going to be looking at his patterns and his jutsus to kind of show you guys how, or show everyone a better way how to deal with him from the defender side. So that being said, we're going to look at my fort and go into his jutsus, talk about his jutsus. Here he is. So first we'll talk about his ultimate. So we have Secret Black Move Iron Maiden. At level 1, this has a 40-second cooldown for whatever reason. You can tell by the red icon up here, this is a lunge type jutsu. I'm not quite sure why this ultimate exists. Causes a huge amount of damage, inflicts poison and seal medium, sets up a damaging area, recovers the user's CP, raises allies' defense and crit rate medium, recovers their HP, grants invincibility, and half ninjutsu CD time. From level 1 to 7, all those effects are medium. At level 8, those become large effects. I'm not quite sure why this ultimate exists. This is probably like the most broken ultimate in the game. That being said, it's in your best interest to level it up, obviously, because, you know, what can make this better? Leveling it up, right? So you'll see here we have the damage over time icon, or is this the poison icon? That's going to tick for 10% for 13 seconds. Then we have the seal icon. That's going to last for 11 seconds at medium. And then, like I said, it's in your best interest to level it up. At level 1, this has a 350 CP cost and 5,000 POW, 40-second CD. At level 8, this has a 33-second cooldown. Like, what the hell? It still has a 350 CP cost. But now the power also goes up to like 12,000. This ultimate is like, it's ridiculous. I don't even want to get into it. I'm not gonna, like, his old kit isn't really useful, but I'm going to be thorough. So next we have Puppet May Rain. At level 6, this has a 7-second cooldown. And we can talk about the brown icon up here. This is a manipulate type jutsu, and this is just a damage jutsu. It does provide knockdown, and it does have a 360 area of effect, but it has nothing else going for it. Next, we have Secret Red Technique Flaming Sea. At level 8, this has a 5-second cooldown. You can tell by the green icon up here, this is a release type jutsu. So this is also going to set up a damaging field. It decreases evasion and seal. Those are both small effects. It sets up a damaging area, and it actually gives them a cleanse effect for a brief period of time. That's going to last about 5 seconds. At level 8, all those small effects go to large. So you'll see here, we have a 15-second seal. Again, I'm not sure why he needs this, but whatever. And then you'll see you have the evasion debuff right here. That's going to be 85% evasion debuff, and that's also going to last for 15 seconds. Next, we have Secret Black Move Poisonous Sphere. At level 8, this has a 3-second cooldown. You can tell by the dark blue purple icon up here, this is the Annihilation type jutsu. So this is his shotgun. It's going to inflict poison and slow movement, raise the user's attack by a small effect. That's going to change to large at level 8. It also increases his movement speed a large, and deals increased damage to enemies who have been poisoned. At level 8, this also is going to provide a defense debuff. So we'll look at the effects here. You can tell that poison effect is going to last for 17 seconds. That's going to tick for 10% of your health. We have the defense debuff. That's a 75% debuff, also going to last for 11 seconds. And you'll see the speed debuff. That's going to be a 70% debuff, and that's going to last for 11 seconds as well. We're going to look at some more of his kit. Like I said, I just want to be thorough. These aren't particularly useful. Next, we have Secret Black Move Flame Control Scorpion. At level 8, this has an 8-second cooldown. Green icon up here, again, another release type jutsu, and this is pretty much, he's going to shoot out a jet of flame. It actually leaves him immobile for about 2 seconds, and the flames just shoot out straight ahead. This is, you can like easily take advantage of this jutsu. I don't recommend putting this jutsu on at all, to be honest. Next, we have Puppet Show Drama. Level 6, this has a 7-second cooldown. Tell by the brown icon up here, this is a manipulate type jutsu, And again, he just shoots his puppet ahead, it just causes damage and knockdown. Nothing to write home about, honestly. So that being said, we're going to get into the Jutsu showcase. So I'm actually going to start with only 2 Jutsus equipped. We're going to use Flaming Sea and Poisonous Black Spheres because this is the most common defense setup, I believe, for Kankuro. My Kankuro isn't even strong. You'll see, like, he has under 14,000 attack, but he still has he can still one-shot me. That being said, we'll do the 2 long-range examples, 2 close-range examples, just kind of showcase everything, or how to deal with him, rather, and then we'll talk about his Jutsus afterwards. Okay, so first, we should get the Black Spheres. If I can avoid the flames are kind of hard to evade, because the range is so high, and I'm gonna die. Yep. So I'm not. I have to kill him. Like, I can't even, like, showcase most of his moves like evasion. I have to, like, kill him. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do long range example number 2. And that's pretty much like the only opening he has. Like, right after that, you kind of just gotta go in for the kill. Okay, so those are 2 long range. We're gonna do close range now. Again, he's going to default to the Poisonous Spheres because that is his ranged attack. I wouldn't call it a range 2 attack, but I guess it has more range than everything else does. Alright, so we're going to do close range example number 2. Then we're going to actually put on some of his other jutsus just to kind of show how they work. I won't be doing too many examples with those jutsus because, again, they're not really that useful. I'm gonna die. Okay, so we're... Alright, so that being said, we're now going to do a jutsu change. His kit does, for this loadout order, nothing actually changes if you switch the jutsus around. He still does Poison Sphere first. So we're actually just going to now put on Puppet May Rain. Again, well, not again. If you do for some reason have to use jutsus from his old kit, only put them in the 3rd slot. Never put them in the 1st or 2nd slot, just because it's going to mess up his rotation. And in some cases, they still mess up his rotation. If you have Kankuro as a defender, you really do want him to one-shot you. You don't want him, like, I might be able to get away from this, yeah, because he does May Rain. So see, like, normally, like, with those 2 jutsus, he's still gonna kill me. But there's less of an opportunity to get away. I'm gonna ult. I don't usually ult for these, but yeah, I'm gonna ult him. Alright, so we're gonna do another long range, and then we'll do 2 close range. Alright, so now we'll do our close range examples. Again, he's going to do Poisonous Sphere. So that's 1. We'll do 1 more, and then we'll do we'll switch his jutsus. Again, like, I could switch to jutsus here, but honestly, like, I would just never use his old kit, and I don't want to waste time, like, talking about that. I'm gonna die again. Okay, so we're gonna now put on, where is he? Where are you? There you are. We'll put this on. We'll just do 1 long range and 1 close range. So I don't want to waste too much time with like stuff. And honestly, like, if you have 2 jutsus of his old kit and 1 of his new kit, don't put him on defense. If you don't have both of his new jutsus, he's not worth putting on defense. So that's one. Actually, what kind of? I'll run around a little bit so we can see when exactly flame control comes up. So he has his buff cleanse on for 5 seconds, so that's why I couldn't seal him. Alright, so that was, I think... Now we just do the close range. Again, he's just going to do the sphere. You actually run into it like this and completely avoid it. But you got to be like really quick to counterattack, otherwise you'll get caught by the flaming sea. Yeah, like I said, like his ult kit just pretty much gives you time to make more space from him, which is really essential because you're sealed for 15 seconds. I better not die. Okay, so now we'll put on, what's the other one? I think it's Drama. Where are you, Kankuro? There you are. And then we'll actually talk about the jutsus more in depth, and then we'll get into the evasion of the jutsus. So initially, like, I thought this was a good loadout. I was actually like kind of surprised how well Drama works in the third slot. And it's really good for his long range pattern, but it like really falls short for his close range because he doesn't do what he should be doing. Come on. Like, see, like sometimes he'll just use Drama right there. I might not be able to avoid the flames. Let's see. Which is why I don't like Drama. I've noticed like occasionally on his long range pattern, like not very often, he will sometimes use that in place of the poison spheres, which leaves him open, so it's not ideal. And in close range, he almost always uses Drama first. And if you're using Kankuro as a defender, you really just want to focus on his one-shot ability. You don't really need the knockdown, so yeah, for that reason, it's kind of like a no. Like, see, he did it. I actually did get knocked down. This could be bad, yeah, I'm gonna die here. I just said this is easy, but then I died. But yeah. He uses Drama first, so it's just not really worth it. So now we're going to put up our Phantom. We're going to actually talk about the jutsus more in depth. What I can do right there. Save. So, also interesting to know, most of his O jutsus he will use through a wall. Like I said, I'm not really going to illustrate that too much because it's his old kit. You're not really going to end up using his old kit too much, but they can go through walls. Actually, we're going to actually not use the wall yet. We're going to talk about the evasion behind the poison spheres because that's probably like his most dangerous move, or one of his most dangerous moves. And because like this part went so quick, we have a lot of time. Or a good amount of time, rather. So his Poison Spheres is a range 1 attack. It does have a set range. It won't travel along the wall. However, it does set up this Poison Mist Field type deal. And if you run into it, you can be sealed. I mean, you can get hit with the defense debuff and knocked down. Essentially, he shoots out 4 spheres. Come on. There it is. You'll see it sets up that Poison Mist Cloud, which will poison you. See if I can run into it. There it is. So you'll see Kankuro has a lot of room control. Essentially, like, you don't want to run around too much with Kankuro, or he just makes it hard to run around because there's so much stuff going on. But it isn't quite an easy dodge. You can dodge it either by keeping close to him and moving to the side, like so, or when he does it, I'm probably gonna die here for a second. You can actually run. I'm gonna have to do it when he first starts it. You can actually run into him. There's a space between him and his puppet, which allows you to kind of avoid it. So I'll showcase that. It's actually pretty interesting. So you'll see he missed me, even though I was right in his face. So those are kind of like the two ways to dodge it. You definitely want to avoid that smoke. You don't want to run into the smoke when it comes up. So you don't want to zigzag. Like, you're not running out and then running back in for Kankuro. You kind of want to stay in a consistent direction when you're trying to get away from him. So then we'll talk about his flaming C. And for this, we actually will put up the gate again. And then we'll talk about his ultimate. So the range on this is quite large. Again, like, this is a range 1 attack, but the range is kind of like deceptively, like, really, like, huge. It's a 6 tile, and then it actually does persist for about 3 seconds. Again, for this reason, when you're fighting Kankuro, you do not want to backtrack. Essentially, like, if you're running in one direction, stay in that direction, don't come back. But you also don't want to run in a straight line. You kind of do want to move a little bit to the side or run in like large circles so you can kind of evade them more easily. If you notice, like, he will use it through the wall. He actually will use his poison sphere through the wall as well. I mean, through the gate. We'll just put on both his jutsus now. But you'll notice, like, it does have a seal effect. It does have the evasion debuff. Yeah, like, you don't really want to get hit with any of Kankuro's moves. Like, once that happens, you get locked down. Or you have to play evasion for like 15 seconds. It's just not fun. So we're gonna see the wall. You see here, like, he actually doesn't use any of his. Actually, we're gonna make sure, because he might use flames, but the poison won't hit through the wall. That being said, his jutsus will damage you through the wall if he does them. However, he just won't initiate them through the wall. So we're gonna bring him up here. So there goes the poison spheres. We're gonna talk about that cleanse effect now. If he sets up the fire, come on, use your fire. There it is. So there he is. You see he has that cleanse buff effect. That does last for 5 seconds. So during this time, you can't hit him with any status ailments. None will stick. At this case, it's just best to either be able to knock him down, so you want to keep him in a knockdown loop, or run away from him. But, you know, you don't want to try to seal him. You don't want to try to paralyze him and count on those moves stopping him, because they won't. You'll just end up hurt really bad. So we're gonna now talk about his ultimate. And like, his ultimate is just, I don't really know what to say about his ultimate. It's ridiculous. I think it's probably like one of the more powerful ultimates in the game. And just kind of showcase that, we will actually go to Edo Itachi. So like I said earlier in the video, he has a lunge type ultimate. You'll notice starting out, I have 75% lunge resistance. Oops. I have just under 75% lunge resistance. His ultimate is at level 1, and he has under 14,000 attack, like, just for like everyone's reference. So we're gonna quickly just hurt him a little bit. I'm not gonna Yada Mirror because then my resist will go up to 100. You see, like, that doesn't kill me, but then the explosion does. Like, the explosion hits you for like 19,000, and if that doesn't kill you, then you're also sealed and you're also poisoned. The only way you can actually kind of like survive this ultimate, even at level 1, is you need very, very high level resist. And even in that case, you don't want to stand around in it, but also you can't help but stand around in it because it pulls you in. We'll kind of showcase the pull. So I'll try to run away, and you'll know. There's a pull effect. Like, it pulls you in. There's no way to you can't really get away from it like that. If you're close, it's not safe to iframe. So we're gonna like showcase with Ashura. Certain characters can. The best way to avoid his ultimate is to teleport through it. To be honest, I'll showcase that after we do this. But essentially, like, there's no safe way to get hit by it and tank that damage unless you have 100% resistances. Yeah, I think the best case scenario for tanking this is KLM. You can use his cleanse heal, but like I said again, you end up being like stuck, being sealed. You end up getting poisoned. Yeah, it's a very bad time. You'll see, but if I don't run away, then I get sealed, I get poisoned, and yeah. So if you do use his cleanse and run away, please. So where's our movement skill? We'll use Edo V2 Itachi. So typically, like, I don't want to say like the best characters to face Kankuro, just due to the way he cuts off people's movement. His ultimate is you want to actually have a teleporter. So teleports actually like deal with Kankuro very well. So once the seal wears off, so you see, and you kind of just do like that. And that's pretty much the easiest way to deal with it. We'll do that with a quicker teleport, just to kind of like, you know, it's not my iframe. It's really just a teleport we can use. Let me make sure actually. I gotta put his teleport on. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Hopefully I'll mess this up. Make sure it's equip it. And take off Yada. I'm trying to do this so I don't kill him off the rep. Okay, so the next time he runs over at me, he should be using his ult. And yeah, like, so those are like the easiest ways to deal with this ultimate, and actually still got fucking killed. The point, like, so that's the other thing. His ultimate is, let's see. Actually, I didn't use it through the gate. We should do that. I think we can still use Edo Itachi for that. His ultimate is like right on the limit of what I would call a range 3 ultimate. From the front, it covers 7 tiles. So essentially, like, from the front, you can't run away from it from the front because it's going to pull you in. And then, if by some manner you don't get pulled in, you're then also getting, like, hit worth 7 tiles worth of damage. So now I put up my buff, so you'll get to see like what 100% launch resistance looks like versus him. You notice he doesn't actually start it from far away. I'm actually gonna wait for this buff to wear off and I'm gonna do it one more time. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if I survive, that's fine. So bring him over here. I kind of like run over here. Do it. Do it. There it is. So I'm not gonna be able to show, like, I actually just have to like do this myself. Where is he? So after this, we'll actually talk about like some tools you can craft to help deal with Kankuro, but then also understand that nothing is going to be foolproof. So we're about like, I think I want to say like 6 or 7 tiles back, and even though this doesn't hit, the explosion still does. So like nothing about this, everything about this ult is just kind of like really ridiculous. Like he actually like is pretty. I like had my doubts about him like being OP, but yeah, he's definitely like on another level, and it's not even close. Well, as the main anyway. Okay, so again, we're gonna look at his jutsus really quick. Where is he? 133. So his main damage dealing is annihilation. So if you're building a team to face Kankuro, you should equip your tank or defensive unit with annihilation resistances. Annihilation resistances are good for Kankuro. It's good for Kabuto. I want to say like most of the top tier defenders that you face, like Indra, Kankuro, Kabuto, Wara notwithstanding, mostly have annihilation damage. So that's what you should focus on looking at. And then his red C or secret red technique, flaming C, that's the release type. So after this, we'll get into the multi-character showcase. If you're looking for tools to craft to better deal with Kankuro, you're going to look at tools that help you with seal. So you're going to go to the tool shop, you can go hit the seal icon, and you'll see right here we have pretty much 2 decent seal tools. This is seal and impact resistant, so this is actually kind of ideal for a defensive unit. And then we have seal and evasion. So again, if you're using like an evasive unit and you want to just put seal resistance on them, this actually works this tool kind of is ideal for Shishui in my opinion. If we're talking about release resistances, we can just reset release. We have a couple choices. We have the green helmet. You can get like, I think what, 13, 8, that's 21, 5, 26. You can get up to 26% on one tool. Probably not going to get that too often, but it's possible. Then we also have the Genbutsu trinket. These are kind of like more for defensive units. This is probably like the only attack one, I would say. Or this one. Yeah, so those are our options for that, for release types. And then we have annihilation. So annihilation, again, 26%. This is annihilation and paralysis. So this is actually, again, very good for defense or support-oriented support. This is good for a kind of attack or green unit or purple unit. This is just pure defense. Okay, so we're going to get into our multi-character showcase now. We're going to give Kabuto or Kankuro too many Ks. Too many strong defenders with Ks in their name. Make sure we have him set up right. Save this. So we'll be showcasing quite a... I think we have... How much time do we have? We have like 3 minutes. Alright, so... We're going to take off this. Or use that. So that's kind of like the ideal setup. You can put a third jutsu on. If you have to pick a third jutsu, I would probably put on the drama. I would put on drama, even though it's probably like just because the other alternatives are just really bad. Oh shit. So I know I said you can't iframe it, but Ashura is clearly a god. So with proper timing, Ashura actually can iframe any ult of it. Don't quote me on that, but there hasn't been an ultimate I can't iframe with Ashura yet. Alright, so we'll try EMS. We will use alright, so if we're gonna use KLM, we're actually probably gonna switch. Not that one. This one. with this. Need more damage. Alright, that's cool. I don't usually use KLM for these things, but... Do you see, like, I'm very cautious about engaging him. Oh, and KLM is down. Okay, so now we'll try Hinata. It's gonna be, like, really dependent on me being able to get my seal off. So for him, I'm just gonna run up in his face this time. God, so my Hinata is set up as a tank, which is why it takes her so long to kill everything. I promise, like, a more offensive Hinata is actually, like, a better option. Of course, we'll use NxB. Then we'll probably just use V2, and then we'll call that a wrap. Because I think we're already at 30 minutes. Alright, last one. I think from now on we'll actually talk about tools when we talk about defenders. Because it's one thing to, like, know their patterns, but also, like, knowing what's they're weak against does help. I used that way too soon. Yeah, so that's it for Bingo Book episode 13. Sage of Six Paths Kankuro. You know, if we get it to 500 subscribers, I will be doing this twice a week. The only week I will not do bingo books, if people haven't noticed, are surprise attack missions, because I do have to grind for my guild, and, you know, as you can tell, we are a very competitive guild, so I do take that very seriously. So that's pretty much like the only time I don't do regular uploads during that week. Guild Wars might depend on, like, I could probably do it like on one of the building phase, but not on the actual Guild War days. So yeah, if you want to see more of this, share, tell people to subscribe. Once we get to 500 subscribers, we'll do 2 bingo books a week. 750, we'll do 2 Trap House videos a week. We'll do Trap House, will be out either today or tomorrow, as well as the other series I'm working on. That's a little more intensive, but I think that should be out by tomorrow or Monday. I really want to get that out before Guild Wars starts. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks. Demonize Kyo out.